Hello, welcome to another video. I'm Aryan the Techie, and today I'm going to tell how to set up this Raspberry Pi, how to put the operating system and all like that stuff in this video. So let's begin. I wasn't able to upload videos in many days because now my school has started, so I will only upload once or twice in a week, maximum twice in a week. And as you can see, I have my Raspberry Pi, which is a pocket sized CPU. I'll just compare it with my Metro card, which I use. You can see this is my Hyderabad Metro card, and I'm not advertising it, just for information I'm talking about it. And as you can see, it is almost the same size. Can you imagine? This is the size of a credit card almost, and this is a CPU, a motherboard. Can you imagine? And this is only for 3000 rupees in India. So then we will require a SD card like this. You can take of any company. I took of SanDisk, and instead of minimum 4 GB, I took 16 GB because I do a lot of coding in it. That's why. As you can see, there is a SD card slot here where you can insert. But before that, we have to install the OS inside this SD card. For that, we will shift to the computer. First, we have to go to www.raspberrypi.org and click on downloads. After that, we should click on Raspberry Pi Imager for Windows or for Mac if you are using Mac, and it will get installed. After installation, we can go to the downloads folder or the folder where you installed it. After that, we have to run it by double clicking it. After that, it will get you to a wizard. Then you have to click install to start the installation. It will get installed soon. After getting finished, it will show a message like this. After that, click on finish. Then go to start and click on Raspberry Pi Imager. After that, Raspberry Pi Imager will open. First, you have to choose the operating system. I will choose Raspbian because it's a default. Then we have to choose the SD card. Like I have this SD card. And then click on write. After that, it will show writing 0%, 1%. Like that, when it goes to 100%, you can remove the SD card and we can insert it into the SD card slot of the Raspberry Pi. After putting entire OS of Raspbian or whichever you chose, now this is ready for insertion. Now we'll insert it like this, but it will be this side. And done, it is inserted. Now we just have to give it power, plug it with HDMI. And if you want, you can attach a keyboard and a mouse, or you can use a remote desktop control, about which I'll make a video soon. After inserting the SD card, we need to find the display, like I used my TV. After that, we have to take this HDMI cable. One end is plugged onto the TV behind, and one end I'll plug into the Raspberry Pi in the HDMI port here. After that, we'll take a micro USB cord and make sure that this is not getting power from an external device like a computer. You have to use the power plug only, and make sure the power plug is around 1 ampere of current. After that, I'll take this mouse and I'll plug it here on one of the USB ports, and I'll take the keyboard wire and also plug it. As soon as I switched on the power plug, it has shown all the colors like that. And after that, it is showing some information, and it showed the Raspberry Pi logo. After that, again blue screen and back. Now it is showing the Raspberry Pi logo, and it is going to type something to itself. And after that, it will say welcome to Raspberry Pi desktop. After that, we'll wait, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It has loaded completely. After that, I have already wrote some programs on the desktop, but it will be completely blank in the starting. Like we have Windows button, we have a Raspberry Pi button, and you can see there are many programming options here like Arduino, BlueJ. In education, we have more things. Office, like we have LibreOffice, we have Microsoft Office in Windows, like that. Internet, we have the Chromium web browser. Sound and video, we have VLC media player, we have image viewer, Minecraft for Raspberry Pi edition, and some games. Other than that, we have more accessories like calculator, file manager, task manager. And after that, there is a file explorer which I'll talk about. Now there are many programs already because I've done a lot of coding, but in starting everything will be blank. There is a desktop folder, documents folder, downloads folder, just like we have in Windows or in any other operating system. After that, there is a terminal here like we have in Linux. Install the Linux because it is a Linux based software. There is a web browser of Chromium which is a bit slower than other browsers because it has little bit less CPU functioning. And to shut down, we just have to go to shutdown and click on shutdown. Done. That's it for this video. Bye.